Welcome and thank you for joining us for the presentation of a North Dakota DOT public input meeting regarding an upcoming project which will propose safety improvements to the east intersection of North Dakota Highway 13 and North Dakota Highway 32. For reference, the North Dakota DOT project number is HEN-8-032 051-020, PCN number 24189. Before we get too far, please take note there is a Title VI public participation survey for you to fill out. This can be reached by going to the www.dot.nd.gov website. Hover over the News and Events tab and click on Public Input Meetings. Then click on the link for this specific project. The survey link will be in the event details. During this presentation, we will cover the background information on the project, proposed improvements along the project corridor, the work zone traffic control that will occur during construction of the project, funding and schedule of the project, and how to leave input for the project. So first we'll start out with the background information. The project is located at the intersection of North Dakota Highway 13 and North Dakota Highway 32, 1 mile east of Gwinner. This intersection of two state highways experiences relatively high traffic volumes. The Doosan Bobcat plant in Gwinner generates high truck volumes and commuter traffic from employees, as there are 3 shift changes daily. The CHS agricultural plant located just north of the intersection, as well as garbage trucks en route to a regional trash dump north of Gwinner, also contribute to local truck traffic volumes. Here is a more zoomed in aerial view of the existing intersection. Highway 32 runs on the south and west legs of the intersection, and Highway 13 runs on the east and west legs of the intersection. The north leg of the intersection is a section line approach with the entrance to CHS. Currently, the north and south legs of the intersection are stop controlled, while the east and west legs are free flowing with a speed limit of 65 miles per hour. This intersection is marked with no passing zones, trucks entering ahead warning signs, and intersection warning signs. The south leg of the intersection also has a stop ahead warning sign and a flashing LED stop sign. There are left and right turn lanes for both east and west legs of the intersection. Destination lighting is located in the southeast corner of the intersection. As discussed in the previous slide, a number of safety measures have been incorporated at this intersection in previous projects to reduce the number and severity of crashes. Despite these safety measures, this intersection ranked as the 3rd highest crash location in rural North Dakota from 2016 to 2020 based on severity. The purpose of this project would be to reduce the number and severity of crashes. Next, we'll talk about the proposed improvements for this project. Alternative A is the no-build option. This alternative changes nothing in the project area and the intersection would continue to function as it does today. This alternative does not improve safety and does not meet the purpose of the proposed project. Alternative B is the roundabout option. This alternative includes constructing a roundabout at the east intersection of North Dakota Highway 32 and 13. The roundabout would be retrofitted into existing conditions to keep the intersection open to traffic during construction and reduce total cost of the project. Some widening may be necessary to accommodate truck traffic. Another feature of this alternative is to install illumination lighting at each leg of the intersection, as well as along the highway west of the intersection to Gwinner city limits. Lighting will provide more visibility for drivers approaching the roundabout. Here's what a proposed roundabout could look like at the intersection. To better understand why a roundabout is being considered, it might help to explain what the benefits are. Studies have shown roundabouts to be safer, reducing fatal and serious injury crashes. Roundabouts are traffic calming as vehicles approaching the intersection are required to slow down and yield to other traffic in the roundabout. Increased lighting will also improve nighttime visibility at the intersection. For maintenance, there will be a difference in plowing for winter weather events. It's important to be patient with snowplows and give them space to clear the roadway for safe travel. Traffic at this location is also being considered. Roundabouts can be designed with widening and aprons to accommodate trucks, emergency vehicles, and other large vehicles. They also keep traffic moving, which could be beneficial for traffic flow during Bobcat shift changes. More information on roundabouts can be found at the North Dakota DOT website shown here. Project impacts. So due to the nature of the roundabout being a little wider than the current intersection, purchase of permanent and temporary right-of-way may be necessary. This wide nature may also require some culvert pipes to be moved or extended. Part of developing projects includes the NEPA process. This involves analyzing various types of impacts to determine what effects the project will have, if any, as well as how those impacts should be addressed. There is no noise concern for this project, and therefore a noise analysis is not necessary. The project location could potentially interfere with wetlands if found in the roadway ditches or adjacent properties. A biological review will determine if there would be any potential effects to habitat. Areas of this project do not lie within a floodplain. Next, we'll talk about the work zone traffic control. Traffic control during construction of the project will occur in multiple phases to complete the project while keeping the intersection open to traffic. Traffic control will consist of shoulder closures for roadway widening and lighting installation, flagging traffic through the intersection, and allowing the intersection to function as a roundabout while the project is being constructed. Construction will potentially be completed in 3 or 4 phases. The length of construction for this project is to be determined, but based on other recently constructed roundabout projects in North Dakota, this project could potentially be constructed in about a month or so if everything goes as planned. For the potential construction phasing, Phase 1 will include any widening to the intersection at each of the 4 corners. Roadway widening will be what is necessary to construct the roundabout. Phase 2 will allow the intersection to function like a roundabout while curb and gutter and the truck apron are being installed in the center island. Phase 3 will consist of installing curb and gutter for splitter islands at each leg of the intersection. Installation of illumination lighting could potentially be completed during other construction phases. This project is estimated to cost around $1.92 million, with funding to be split either at 80% federal and 20% state, or 90% federal and 10% state. The project is scheduled to have the design completed in September of 2025, with plans out for bid in January of 2026, and construction to begin during the 2026 construction season. Last discussion item is the opportunity for public input. Public comments and input is encouraged. This project's meeting information will be available at www.dot.nd.gov. Written comments can be submitted to Ryan Froelich either by mail or email at the address shown. Please include Public Input Meeting, PCN 24189 in the letterheading or the email subject line. Comment period will be open until November 12, 2024. All comments and input received will be considered, help define the project, and will be incorporated into the design of the project. Thanks for watching. This concludes the presentation.